Hello everybody, this is Scott, and today I will be covering the I'll basically give you a quick rundown of the malware that was released in Q2 of the year. I'm just gonna break down that, and I'm gonna release the test scores. Actually, I'll just give you scores and then who passed and or failed. Let's jump in. According to McAfee Labs, about 80 million pieces of malware were created in Q2 of this year, which is actually up by, I think, roughly 23% of last year. So there is an increase in malware on alert, and a good chunk of that's moving towards OS. What do you call it? Not iOS, Android, and quite a bit's going to Apple computers. The OS X is becoming more and more prevalent, so more and more malware is going to be created, which means if any Mac users are here and do not have anti-malware software, now would be a good time to get it. Avast is a great software. It has a Mac version. You're going to have a harder time finding Mac versions of the software. I think Bitdefender has one. I don't think Adware has one. I'm not quite sure of all of them. You'll have to do some research on that. According to the most recent AV test, which was back in July 29th, every antivirus passed except for Windows Defender, which got a 0.5 on the protection rating. It goes up to a total of 6, I believe, and it was the lowest scoring antivirus on the entire scale, and this is their 4th time failing. They have failed so many AV tests recently, and they have failed that one at least. I think they've failed the past 4 or 5 tests in a row, and this includes any of the endpoint security suites. So, if you are using something, if this is a business setting, and you use like Microsoft Forefront Endpoint, it's the same engine that you would get with like Windows Defender. The only difference is that you get a custom user interface that allows you to monitor all the software and allows you to control like when they're all updating, when they all do a scan of the computers. So if you are using that, you may want to consider switching to something else because they have failed ridiculously. They have failed so badly, and the only real time that you'll ever be concerned about them is if they're malware. Windows Defender has actually done very well in certain tests, and that was relating to USBs. If you do use a lot of USBs, you may find out it's kind of useful. However, many products, even such as Bitdefender, 360 Internet Security, they all come with basically a USB immunizer, and some will auto scan external media such as that. Most already do, some might not. Windows Defender, though, scans it immediately, so therefore it will pick up on that. Things to be worried about. It should be estimates wise. There should be about at the end of Q3, there will be about 90 million pieces of malware on the market in the market, and that'll be different variants of each other are going to be all over the place. So, as far as my recommendations go, get an antivirus and make sure it's up to date. You should be fine. No serious threats were reported. Just specific targeting of devices has increased, such as going after Android, iOS, and OS X, as I mentioned, are all on the outrise. And that's about all I can say. So if you have any questions about what you can do to protect yourself from this, or if you have any questions about the reports, please ask in the comments below and I will try to answer. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye. Oops, forgot, no, it's not the button.